Welcome to another episode of Heart Jar Moments. I'm Gina D, the founder of Healing Heart TV, and this is a series where I've taken some of my life experiences and I've written them down on little pieces of paper here, and I've put them in a jar, then I pull them out and I make a video just for you, and it's just for a few moments. And the reason I do this is to inspire you, to plant a seed in you, or remind you of something you already know. So today what I pulled out of the jar is start to notice what is happening in your body right before you become reactive. And I have some personal experiences with this, and I have a great tool, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm in a completely different location than I was a few moments ago, and it's really perfect because it's going to lead to a really good example for what we're talking about today. And again, the subject is start to notice what is happening in your body right before you become reactive. And I have a little tool I'm going to share. It's an acronym called SOS. But the first thing I want to explain to you is this idea of feeling in our body, a physiological feeling that we have that's tied to emotion. Well, a description of emotion, a nice definition is energy in motion. That is an emotion, and the body really is where you feel your emotion. And if you have noticed in yourself different ways of how you react to things, and let's just go right to it, let's just talk about anger, because that's really what this is about, anger and frustration. We all don't want to have these experiences where we blow up with somebody we care about or at work, or we lose control, right? We have this idea that we just lose control. And then we feel bad afterwards, and it's not really the person we want to be. We want to be a loving person and a kind person, and we want people to get along. It's because really that is in our nature. The reason we have grown together as a species and the reason we've evolved is because we are together in this and we have deep social connection. So this is how we're going to improve some of that. So when we get frustrated, when I get frustrated and I get angry, like I did just a few moments ago, I started to feel a tightness in my body. Now everyone's going to feel it in a different area. Some of you might feel a reddening in your face, a feeling like pressure in your head, maybe your throat closes, but I generally get it right here in my solar plexus, especially when I'm getting angry with somebody and finding myself, just starting to lose control of the person I really want to be and that I want to express. So I was recording the video, and we're having some road construction go on, and the truck started early this morning, and then my neighbor had to come out and feed the horse, so there was all these interruptions, and I was getting very, very frustrated, and I could feel my body getting tight, and I wasn't being the person that I want to be. So the tool is SOS, and the first S, the first letter S, stands for stop. Stop what you're doing. So what I did was, and I did try to move through it, but it wasn't working. So I had to just stop. And I had to take a moment, and then I had to put the O into place, and that's oxygenate. I had to breathe. And I still kind of have to now. So I'm just going to stop and take a breath. And now what I've done is, by stopping and taking the breath, I'm sending oxygen through my body, which is sending more blood to my brain, sending more blood to my neocortex, my thinking brain, that can really start to focus and execute what it is that I want to execute. And what happens when we get angry and we feel that feeling in our body, we have now been triggered by the fight or flight response. That's the sympathetic nervous system that goes into automatic response. There's certain areas of the body that don't need as much attention as if I'm out in this field and all of a sudden a lion or a bear or something comes after me. I'm not going to have time to think. My body will know that, and it will take the blood away from my brain and send it to my vital organs and pump blood and more oxygen to my lungs and my heart so I can run as fast as I can. And that's what's happening when we get angry and frustrated. So if we can recognize the feeling, now we can take a little bit of control over it. So we stop, we oxygenate to give ourselves the opportunity to use our higher thinking brain. And then the third letter, S, stands for source. And that means source information that I know will help my situation. So let's go back to my example of being frustrated with creating the video, and I had to stop, I oxygenated, and then once I was able to do that, I could think, okay, where can I go? Is it really important that I shoot it right here, right now, in this moment? What can I do to make it better? Why do I want to do it? And I start to come up now with creative ideas. So I'm actually about 2 miles from my house. I knew there's a spot that I'm sure nobody will be at. It's at the end of a road. It's in this field. There's actually a vineyard up above me. It's a beautiful spot in nature, and it's peaceful and it's quiet, and I have no distractions. So now I could focus on you. One more example I want to give you is I learned this tool while I was listening to a podcast on the road, and I got a phone call from a coworker who was frustrated with me. He was actually my director of what I was doing at the time, and I was getting angry with him. And it was perfect because I had just heard this, and I went, all right, I'm feeling the heat in my belly. What can I do? I could stop. Okay, stop. Gina, don't say anything bad. Just listen. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay, yeah, I will call you back. So I stopped, and then I felt the shaking, right? So I started breathing, and it actually took a while. It probably took me about 20 minutes or so before I could start to feel my body calm down. And that last S, that sourcing, I could then start to think about sourcing information to solve the problem. So there you have it. That's the tool. I hope you find it useful. I hope you use it. Like I said, I just used it. And don't feel like you're not doing things right if you stumble and fall. We all need tools to help ourselves improve and really be the person that we want to be. And I know you want to, because you're watching this video right now. And I encourage you to share it with somebody who might find it useful as well. And please like Healing Heart TV. Also like us on YouTube. And I post these on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'll see you Friday.